I'm Camden Walker for CapitalWeatherGang.com. We've got a very pleasant start to our week, and for warm weather lovers, a very warm ending, perhaps some 70s by the end of the week. Latest forecast in my PM update at CWG.news/latest, and we've got the ever important cherry blossom peak prediction coming up during this work week. Go to CWG.news/blossoms and you can get all of our details, but in a nutshell, this is the work week to try and get out and see them. We think they will peak no later than Friday. So please try and enjoy it. Maybe during the sunshine, that is preferred, kind of preferring the days of Monday and Tuesday this week. We do get some clouds, a little more breeze chances, and some rain chances by the end of the week. I'd say even Thursday or Friday. Though a stray shower can't be ruled out on Wednesday, I still think it's a pretty decent day, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then we get very warm, very cloudy with rain chances and some breeze levels coming back up. And we don't really need any more of that. We could stand to have more calm days, like we are owed that, I think, after all of our winds and breezes recently. Here it is. I want to highlight for the warm weather lovers our warmest day this week for Thursday. Look at those colors. We haven't seen those in a while. Nice and warm, mid-70s possible for much of the region. Again, the warmest day currently expected to be Thursday, but it could be neck and neck Thursday and Friday, depending on cloud levels and rain chances as we get a little bit closer. So stay tuned to CapitalWeatherGang.com, and we'll keep those confidence levels going higher as we get closer to the end of the week, and the storm system that we think could affect the region might throw us a few variables, a few whammies. But for the meantime, in the early part of this week, I want you to enjoy a break from the wind. We finally are seeing breezes calm, winds nearly calm from sunrise to sunset tomorrow. Yes, an occasional gust of a breeze, maybe around 10, maybe 15-mile-per-hour wind gust, but overall it is going to feel pretty darn awesome because we've had wind chills on top of our fairly cool, pretty wintry temperatures on the thermometer for this past weekend actually. So when we combine, yes, still below average temperatures tomorrow around the mid-50s plus or minus, and the lack of wind, is actually going to feel to us without a wind chill notably mild. So that could be an improvement. If you were thinking this past weekend was way too wintry and cold, we do get a reprieve this upcoming work week, at least to begin. Now, cloud levels. I want you, if you are a big fan of the sunshine, to get out as much as possible Monday and Tuesday. Even Wednesday has a few breaks in the cloud cover, which is indicated here on the white in an animation. Clear skies are white, a little bit of clouds, medium level of clouds is kind of gray, and nearly overcast conditions are the lightest blue. So it's a little bit opposite on this color key. The blue skies you might think are indicated with the blue color are actually clouds. So there it is, clearing out a little bit into Monday and Tuesday. We're staying pretty clear. Some intermittent clouds on Wednesday, maybe a spotty shower. Thursday, Friday, pretty darn cloudy. Maybe not completely cloudy 100% of the day, but we don't clear out again until Saturday night into early Sunday when we finally kick the cold front and storm system out of here to kind of clear us out finally. That's going to maybe plague us Thursday, Friday, into Saturday. Rain chances on the increase and cloud levels certainly pretty darn high. Just wanted to highlight that for you there. Precipitation is limited on Wednesday. Spotty shower begins our animation here. Thursday into Friday, that's when rain chances are a little more substantial. Overall, though, we don't see much in the way of rain, even though our region could use it, and we'll get to that in a little while. A half inch of rain, plus or minus, is kind of expected from our rain chances, mainly Friday and Saturday. That's really when rain chances are in the moderate range, so we don't necessarily need to carry around an umbrella until later into the work week. So Friday and even the early weekend, Saturday, is when we might want to have an umbrella. So rain totals are not too heavy overall. That's the good news. And we've got... let me make sure I see your comments. There we go. Hi, Peter. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me make sure I am plugged into the right stream here. Peter, hello. David, hello. Kristen, happy Sunday to you as well. Charlene, hope you're well, I believe in Pennsylvania. Carol, hello. And Karen, you're excited about the warmth, I bet. And Kristen, Thursdays have had great weather this spring. I love that observation. You are very weather aware. And Paul, no whammy, no whammy. Yes, indeed, you want some good weather for the cherry blossom viewings, I'm sure. And Karen, you're loving that sunshine. Monday and Tuesday are your good days for sunshine. When clouds start increasing on Wednesday, it's not a terrible day, but you'll have definitely some less sunshine than especially tomorrow being wall-to-wall sunshine, and Tuesday, we'll barely even notice those increasing clouds, I think. Hello, Maria. Thanks so much for tuning in from Facebook. Scott, hello on YouTube. Hope you're doing well. Next weekend, as we have touched on, and let me recap really quick, precipitation chances kind of get going, especially Friday into Saturday. So hopefully we can clear you out on Sunday. I'll give you kind of a half the weekend with some dry precipitation-free chances on Sunday. And then it should also clear out and get sunnier by Sunday as it stands now. But Friday and Saturday have about a half-inch worth of rain in those rain chances. Showers, can't rule out maybe a rumble of thunder. A couple batches of moderate rain could move through Friday and Saturday. And a couple higher elevations north and west of town could have a brief moment of mixed precipitation. It's quite a dynamic storm system, and I'm talking well away. Maybe even, let's say, Garrett County is more safe bet for mixed precipitation this upcoming weekend. Later and later go our sunsets. Remember the trick I taught you in the last, maybe a couple weeks ago in March. The date on the calendar is when you can kind of put the minutes onto the sunset. So today's March 19th. That's why the sun is setting at 7:19. When you talk to me in a week, that is, let me do the math really quick, that's March 26th, so we'll be talking at 7:26 for our sunsets. It's very interesting in March, the sunset times actually kind of align to the date on the calendar, which I kind of love. That helps me a little bit, and maybe it helps you tune in next week at 7:26 p.m. on March 26th. Thanks for following me on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Make sure you follow us on all three of our social media channels there. I'm Camden Walker for CapitalWeatherGang.com. Really good to see all of you on our weekly Sunday sunset chats. Allergy sufferers, I just wanted to give you a nod. I hope your weekend has been a little bit better. I know from my experience it hasn't been zero allergies, but at least trees are lower than they were when we spoke last weekend. And weeds, grasses, mold, all pretty much under control as well. All right, so Paul, I think you can put away the snowplow if you live along and east of I-95. I think that's a pretty darn good bet. I even have recommended to my family along the I-81 corridor they can put away their snow blowers, but as you know, we can see some flakes into April, but diminishing quickly are the chances for accumulating snow, and I really don't think plowable snow is very likely, but never say never until maybe mid-April. But yep, accumulation chances are diminishing. Happy spring, Rick. I hope you're doing well. Yes, tomorrow we'll have our spring equinox post out for you by Justin Greiser. And Paul, I love that you knew the trick on when to tune in. Based on March 19th, 7:19 for our sunset. The minutes follow the date on the calendar, and so next week for our March 26th Sunday Sunset Live will be 7:26 p.m. sunset. I love that. All right, last week of March, Peter, let's take a look at that because I do have that prepared for you, or kind of look ahead. And last work week of March, we're looking about 8 days and forward. Temperatures are leaning maybe a slightly above, slight lean above average for next work week. And remember, temperatures are warming. Those average temperatures are warming toward the 60-degree mark for high temperatures in the region. So when we lean above average, slight probability of being above average, south of town could be into the 60s, or a little bit warmer for next work week. So let's also look at precipitation, 8+ days ahead, leaning above average for precipitation. So maybe next work week has a little bit more in the rain chances for us, which we could use, and could bring us some more cloud cover as well associated with precipitation chances. Here is why we want that rain. The precipitation deficit in the region, lighter yellow colors could use in the region 2 to 4 inches of rain just to catch up for the normal rainfall levels we expect to see from January 1st to today. Now those darker yellows, that's where we are notably dry, abnormally dry, though no drought to speak of technically just yet, but those darker yellow areas on our map here in the central Chesapeake region and kind of southwest of Charlottesville, we need about 4, perhaps even 6 inches of rain to make up for our rainfall deficit since January 1st to today's date. So just keep that in mind when looking at this map. We are happy to see the drought monitor does not have any drought around the mid-Atlantic, but those yellow shadings there, those are the abnormally dry spots I just highlighted in our region, which have fairly substantial rainfall deficits in the 4 to 6 inch range. But the good news is we aren't technically in growing season just yet, so plants are not pulling moisture out of the soil. And another good thing, the sun is not so high in the sky just yet that it is baking and evaporating moisture out of the topsoil either. So the water table remains okay. It's a decent time of year to have rainfall deficits. No flash drought currently expected, but we'll keep an eye on this at capitalweathergang.com. You can trust that. All right, here's your forecast at a glance. An awesome start to the week. Calm conditions, wall-to-wall sunshine tomorrow. Cannot encourage you enough. Maybe get to the tidal basin if you can. Look at CWG.news/blossoms for the latest on our cherry blossoms there. They are expected to peak this week. That's the short of it. And my latest PM update forecast at CWG.news/latest. All right, we've got Paul. Thanks so much for tuning in Western Loudon. And Ruth Elisa, thanks so much for tuning in. Rainy days this week, maybe a stray shower on Wednesday, and then increasing rain chances Thursday, especially the Friday and Saturday, I think. All right, so Eastern Shore, Karen is expected to get a little bit of this shower activity, and on the Outer Banks, yes indeed. I'll show you my precipitation animation in a moment. And Ruth Elisa, I'm not willing to say we're completely 100% done with snow chances for the season. Snowflakes have often flown in DC in April. Accumulation, though, the accumulation chances are rapidly diminishing as we go forward toward April 1st. Let's see. So we've got David. We did have equilux where there were exactly 12 hours of sun, I believe, on Friday. But the equinox, which is slightly different, but technically when spring begins, that is coming up tomorrow, and we'll have all the details on that from Justin Greiser tomorrow on capitalweathergang.com. The rain, yep, Karen, you should get a little bit wet, but not, I don't think terribly wet for this weekend on the Eastern Shore and into the Outer Banks. I hope I've caught up on the questions. Let me make sure I have all my sources here. We've got Paul in Purcellville, and I appreciate you tuning in. And I think, Peter, we've got you looking ahead into the last week of March. And see you, Karen. Thanks so much for tuning in. And Mahia says, yay, spring. I'm glad you are seeing the warmth for you, warm weather lovers, at the end of this week. That's pretty fantastic for you. So 70s are possible, and the warmest day this week very well could be Thursday into the mid-70s here. Look at that. And Friday might be neck and neck competing with Thursday, but because Friday currently we're expecting higher levels of clouds and rain chances and breezes, it might be a little bit harder to get quite as warm as Thursday into the mid-70s. So we'll keep an eye on it. It could be pretty darn warm into our week on Thursday and Friday, and a little bit on Saturday as well, depending on the timing of when the cold front moves through. Wind tomorrow, pretty much zero. It's going to feel fantastic tomorrow. Mid-50s plus or minus for high temperatures will actually feel like mid-50s. After our kind of wintry acclimation this past weekend, I think you'll be amazed at how awesome 50s will feel tomorrow. Could feel a little bit warm after we're coming out of our little wintry weekend. So please enjoy the calm conditions tomorrow. Wall-to-wall sunshine. Maybe go see those cherry blossoms. Sunshine still around on Tuesday, a little bit on Wednesday. Increasing clouds definitely on Wednesday when we could see a spotty shower. Blue here, the lightest blue is actually not blue skies. It is the overcast skies, the highest level of clouds. And it doesn't clear out there, look at that animation, until Saturday night into Sunday. Monday's sunny, Tuesday's pretty darn sunny. Wednesday, hit or miss. Clouds are definitely poking around. But Thursday into Friday and even Saturday expected to stay very cloudy this week. So please consider that into your plans if you are a sunshine lover and need to see cherry blossoms and sun. You want to go earlier in the week. Now here it is, the animation, and I know a lot of you are trying to see where the precipitation is going to hit at the end of this week. It's going to be heading to the Eastern Shore after it hits kind of West Virginia, moving west to east. The highest rain chances are Friday and Saturday, so please keep that in mind. The cold front initially, as it approaches Thursday, kind of dies out for a moment, but the storm system to our west gets going to bring us enhanced rain chances again for Friday into Saturday. Can't rule out a thunderstorm. And then well north and west of town, highest elevations like Garrett County, can't even rule out a little bit of mixed precipitation. It's going to be quite a dynamic storm system, but overall, rain total is a little bit disappointing. I know we could use more than this half inch projected over the next 7 days. Most of this, by far the bulk, is falling on Friday and Saturday this upcoming weekend. So we will keep you posted if we can eke out a little bit more rain in the atmosphere on Friday and Saturday. But you might have to also consider outdoor plans on Saturday, maybe push those to Sunday as it stands now. But we'll keep you posted as we get closer to this weekend at capitalweathergang.com on just the exact timing and amounts of rainfall and where we'd expect it going into this weekend. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Camden Walker for CapitalWeatherGang.com, on the air another 5 minutes for our 20-minute weekly Sunday sunset chat. Anytime you need us, we're at CapitalWeatherGang.com. And being March 19th, it is a 7:19 sunset next Sunday when you speak to me on March 26th. Because it aligns perfectly with the calendar date of March, we'll be talking at 7:26 on March 26th. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. I appreciate you following us on our social media channels. And allergy sufferers, luckily, a small reprieve this weekend was not perfect, but trees are lower than recently for that tree pollen. So I hope you are feeling a little better, and keep staying vigilant like I am on that allergy stuff. No rainy days this week, Lisa. We did talk about spotty shower chance perhaps on as early as Wednesday, but Thursday a little bit more rain chance, and then Friday, Saturday look to be our wettest days of the week. Let's see, we've got David, we've answered you. Karen, do stay dry in the Outer Banks this weekend, and he is excited about spring. And then Paul, accumulating snow, Purcellville. I think it's safe to put away the plow in Purcellville for the season, but maybe just keep the snow shovel out just in case there is that brief accumulating snow late March and early April. Cannot completely rule it out around Purcellville, so I hope that helps a little bit. All right, so Karen is excited with the cherry blossom emoji. I hope you can get out before they peak. I think by Friday this week is what we're expecting. Go to CWG.news/cherryblossoms for the latest on that. Great write-up and all the details from our chief editor, Jason Samenow. So please be sure to go there right here at CWG.news/blossoms. And CWG.news/latest is my latest forecast. Trying to flag for you, tomorrow is wall-to-wall sunshine, calm breezes. It's going to feel pretty darn fantastic after our wintry weekend. Even though, yes, it's still below average, but it's going to, because we've acclimated to some winter, I think it's a good day to look at near peak cherry blossoms tomorrow. Maybe again on Tuesday if you can go, that looks pretty fantastic. And Wednesday, even if there's a stray shower, not a big deal. I think it's still a very decent cherry blossom day. And somewhere, I think with the warmth on Thursday, Friday, the cherry blossoms, if they're not quite at stage 6 of 6 peak by Thursday, Friday, the warmth in the 70s is going to accelerate them. So that definitely by Friday, almost definitely by Friday, high confidence that we should see peak cherry blossoms by then. Charlene, I know snow lovers this week, winter definitely got ripped off with little to no snow. Only 0.4 inches fell at DC Airport this year. Karen, you're most welcome. And Paul, I appreciate that you like the information, really kind. And Ruth and Lisa, I'll see you next Sunday on 7:26 p.m. on March 26th. And David, looking good for the temperatures. I'm glad you can enjoy the kind of nice late winter, early spring temperatures Monday into Tuesday. The warming trend really does get going by the end of the week. So we kind of a little bit of everything for everyone. So cooler, sunny weather to start the week, and then warm weather to end the week, albeit accompanied by increased breezes, increased rain chances and clouds. But I bet warm weather lovers, I bet you'll take it. Have a great week, Charlene, you as well. I'm on the air just about a minute and a half. Let me know if anyone has any questions. If I've answered them, let's go through things really quick to flag for you the warmest day this week. Could be mid-70s on Thursday. Neck and neck with Friday, but Friday with more clouds and rain chances might not quite get as warm as Thursday. So get outside if you're a warm weather lover on Thursday. Again, wind tomorrow, nearly calm, especially in a relative sense compared to this weekend. So please enjoy that and consider that in your cherry blossom viewing plans. Cloud levels are minimal Monday, Tuesday, and some of Wednesday. That's when clouds start increasing, especially cloudy Thursday, Friday, and I think Saturday. We might not see stars again overnight until Saturday nights when things start clearing out again. And then Sunday looks clearer as well as it currently stands. But stay tuned to CapitalWeatherGang.com as we get closer. Here's the precipitation animation just to drive the point home. A stray shower is possible as early as Wednesday. But main rain chances start increasing Thursday, but especially Friday and Saturday. Those could be the 2 wet days this upcoming week. David, you're most welcome. Donna, thanks so much for tuning in as well. And Kristen, you have a great week and take care. We've got rain totals this week from the limited rain chances, but focused on maybe Friday and Saturday have the highest chances for the most rain as well, about a ½ inch. We could use a little bit more, but we'll take what we can get. Saturday, looking ahead to the weekend with, yes, rain chances and cloud chances around, maybe still getting into the 60s briefly before our cold front comes through and clears us out into Sunday. Looking ahead, leaning south of town toward maybe some above average temperatures, but near average, kind of equal chances of being above or below average around town. And keep in mind, our average now has warmed to about 60 degrees by the time these maps are applicable in 8+ days. Precipitation next week leans above average, which we will take. We need some rain in the region, especially in the yellows and deeper yellows. Light yellows indicate about 2 to 4 inches of rain are needed to bring even the normal rainfall we would see, the normal rainfall levels we'd see January 1st to today. To get even with January 1st to today in the deeper yellow colors, we need 4 to 6 inches of rain, and that's why, and there's no drought to speak of in the region just yet, but you'll see the abnormally dry yellow highlights here indicating that we do need some rain in those areas I just highlighted that could use 4 to 6 inches of rain just to break even again from January 1st to today, the normal rainfall we'd expect year to date. So abnormally dry conditions do exist, especially around the central Chesapeake Bay area, but we will be okay for the time being. No flash drought expected because the plant life isn't alive just yet, with the growing season having not started around the mid-Atlantic, really not yet. And then second, the sun is not too high in the sky to evaporate too quickly the moisture out of the topsoil. So that is the great news. No flash drought currently expected. Time for me to go. I wish you a very good week. Enjoy the wall-to-wall sunshine and calm conditions tomorrow. Consider cherry blossom viewing because at CWG.news/blossoms, we tell you the peak is coming this work week. And here's my latest PM update forecast at CWG.news/latest. Again, giving you a good start to your work week and some warmth at the end of it, albeit accompanied by some rain chances, some breezes, and clouds. All right, Carol, thank you so much. And David, see you on 7:26 p.m. on the March 26th. I love it, 26 on the 26th, because that's how it works in March. Take care, and bye.